Hey everybody, time for a quick little bench update here just because it's been a while. Um, I started another project and I'm still working on this 37, 38. Sorry for this camera. I'm trying to get it settled and it's bouncing around a lot. But the old 38, 37, 38 Chevy Coupe is coming along. I cut the front clip off. I made this rear spoiler, or I'm working at it. It's not finished yet. I almost forgot about that because I was getting the body in prime, and then I realized I need to have a spoiler on the back. So that's that. And then the scoop, I had to widen a scoop. I hope it doesn't look too out of proportion, but these carburetors on this engine they're bigger and wider than most, so they wouldn't fit inside the scoop. So I had to take two of them and split it, and glue it together. So it needs a little bit of body work there, but I'll get there. And the other thing, this engine, because it was so big, I couldn't get the front end on. I actually had to, I took some milliput and I built it up. Get a pointer. Build it up right in here on both sides. And then what I did from underneath is I took my Dremel tool and just ground it all away until I could get it to clear the engine, because I sure didn't want to switch, and go to a different engine. That was part of the thing. I wanted to use this big 3D printed engine on here. So I got it to all fit now, and you can see it's in the chassis. So things are coming along. I was hoping to be ready to paint the body soon, but forgot about that spoiler, and with molding in the scoop, it's going to be a little while yet. But the inside there, I had to make those rods for the shifter. Use straight pins for that. And the underside, it's nothing real special. It's mostly pieces from the Revell Oldsmobile Pro Stock car. The back end is all resin cast stuff that I did. The chassis is all styrene rod that I made. I think I probably showed that in the last update. But anyway, it's getting there. Wheels and tires are finished. That's the rears and the fronts. And my next project that I started, I had the body and I had the front wheels for 5 or 6 years now probably, and I had this Don Garlits kit that I wanted to make it out of. I'm not sure, depending on age of you guys watching, if you'll remember the Surfers. But I've been wanting to build this car for a while, and I don't like building dragsters, but I had the stuff, and so I got to do it. And it took more modification than I expected. I was thinking I could take the Garlits dragster kit and just put this Surfer's body on it and be good. But no, the cage was all different, so I had to cut that off and make my own cage. I think I even cut it's kind of hard to see in there, but I think I cut the whole back portion off of it and made my own. It's not perfect, but it's okay. It'll work. And the front suspension here, I drilled and pinned those radius rods there to make it a little bit more secure. The engine I had to do a few changes on because the Garlits car was different than the Surfers. And here's the scoop. Where the heck is it? There's a good series on YouTube. It's a long, because it's, I don't know how many different episodes, and each one's like 20 minutes long. But it's by Bill Pitts. It's the Surfers story, and it's real interesting. And I watched it many years ago, and that kind of got me interested in this. And maybe some of you are familiar with it, or maybe you're interested, I don't know. But they also didn't run the tensioner or idler on the blower belt. They just had it, just the belt between the crank and the blower. So there was a rubber belt that came with this kit, and I tried to use it, but it was too big without the idler. And I was going to try to cut it and glue it together, but that just didn't seem like it would work. So what I did is I took some real thin masking tape and I just wrapped it around a few times and then painted it with rubber black. It seems like it's going to work. And the valve covers are the whole engine is the kit from the Garlett's car, but it didn't have an oil. I don't know what happened to the oil pan. This came with a crankshaft, an actually chrome plated crankshaft, and then a clear oil pan. And I don't know what I did with the oil pan over the years, and also the body came with a clear body, which was also missing. I must have used pieces for something. So I just took another oil pan from something else and made it fit, because I don't need it to be clear. I don't need to see the crankshaft. I'll save the crankshaft for a diorama. And oh, where's my front wheels? Well, actually, here's the top part of the body that goes on there. And I gotta show these front wheels because they're nice. Yeah, here's one. The actual wire wheels. They're much nicer than those kit wheels, which are those. So I'm kind of anxious to get this together. There's going to be a few more scratch built things. I'm going to have to build a wing for the front. The real car used one made out of wood, so I'm going to try maybe a popsicle stick if I can get the right size out of it, and then just, sand the edges to make it the right shape. Hopefully it'll work. If not, I'll come up with something else. There's the back wheels. And headers are going to be a little bit of a problem because I can't really use the kit headers. They're got to be modified. See what I can do with that. So I guess that's pretty much it. I don't want to make this long. So when I get some more progress, I'll make another video, or when I get something finished. So thanks for watching.